So thanks for sticking around long enough to get to the tutorial. If you didn't skip that little promo video, I appreciate it. I worked hard on it and I thought it was pretty cool. S-Craft Blends was on there, and he put in some work with a dope, textured haircut. So anyways, what we're doing here is what I call a ghost taper. I guess you could call it like a burst taper, like what Jeezy calls it. I just always called it a ghost because of the ghost line that you're trying to keep when you do the lineup. And so I started off with that 1.5 guard to clear most of that bulk into the top. And now we're starting to taper. We did the bald line, and now we're doing the blade open, and we're starting to blend that out. Now what I'm using a lot of corners because I'm trying to stay away from the hairline. I want to keep that as prominent as possible, and you'll see why once we line it up. Alright, at this point the number 1 is all the way open, and that's pretty much blending into the bulk of the sides, because remember we started off with that 1.5 guard, so the 1 open tends to blend into that 1.5 guard pretty well. And then from there we would just be blending in that blade open into the 1 open, and what I would use for that is that half guard. Now the color chart is a little bit off on the bottom left corner because my number 1 is actually black on here, but and that's because my red number 1 guard broke. I got to get another one, so my apologies guys. Hopefully it doesn't confuse you too much. This is the half guard and it stays true to the color chart, and we are halfway we're working through halfway close to all the way to like a quarter of the way close, just kind of playing with the notches, making sure that we're trying to make this blend lineless. That's not even a word. We want it blurred. We don't want no lines. So anyways, I'm going with the grain on the actual hairline just to lay it down and get it ready for a nice clean lineup. And all I did there was I tried to get some of the stray hairs, just clean it up. So this is pretty much just detail work at this point. Alright, let's go ahead and put that crispy line on there. And I'm using my cordless Andy's T outliners. These are not zero gap, so it allows me to put pressure. It allows me not to be worried that I'm gonna be scarring people up. And for me, like just not having to worry about that, just it helps me be more efficient when I'm cutting hair. So I like it, especially when you got a lot of heads you cut in. You don't want to have to worry about that. Just my opinion. So you guys can see it's coming to life now that we put that hard line on it. Like, yo, it's that taper. It's a lower taper, which I would say this is a low taper, but that ghost line is really just popping. This is how you give the illusion that you've enhanced the haircut. It's all hair, but by understanding contrast, by understanding how you can make kind of like effects, right? This is like the effects to cutting hair. Alright, so we're doing the same steps here in the back, starting off with that 1.5 guard, working into the bulk of the hair, and really just setting ourselves up for a nice taper with the ghost lines on the side. Trying to leave that as prominent as possible. And we're going through the same steps: blade open, then the 1 open, and then blend in between. This is my number 2, and I'm just kind of scooping out to keep that shape, that rounded shape that he has in the bulk of his hair. So again, this is the blade open. By the way, the clipper I'm using, they're custom Babyliss Gold FXs. They were customized by 86 Customs. If you go on Instagram, you could check out 86 Customs. His work is immaculate. He does all my stuff, and I just like doing business with him is amazing. And he actually gifted these to me, man, because we've brought him a lot of business, and we bought a lot of trimmers and clippers from him. So he was just showing love, and man, that's good business, man. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you, 86 Customs, because these are fire. And the blades that are on these are made by Babyliss. They're surgical graphite blades, and those are actually coming out in the next couple months or so. So look out for those, because these blades they bring these clippers to the next level, I believe. And watch again, when we put the line on here, you're gonna see the tapers really gonna pop. I want to know in the comments below, do you guys like the high tapers like I be getting, or do you like these lower ghost line tapers? I want to see y'all opinion. What tapers? Now I will say this: ghost line tapers, they're not for everybody, because if you don't have a prominent hairline, you're gonna have to push people back to get that ghost line to really stand out. So, you know, hair density does matter, but if you got a nice full dense hairline, then the ghost line taper is probably for you. Here he had a lot of like little curly hair, so I went with the grain to make sure it was still dark, but to get the curls out that are right there in the middle. And if you are part of the online academy, there is a 35-minute real-time uncut video on there. It's not sped up or anything like that. So if you want to see it in real time, it's on the online academy. So if you are a member, go check that out when you get a chance. Hopefully you saw my announcement, but because I released this earlier, but if you haven't, there you go. And you guys can see like the hair growth pattern here. His hair grows to the left and up. It's freaking like, it's frustrating as heck. But you know, and if you notice, I'm constantly coming with the clipper at that angle to try to get this taper to really blur a little bit, you know. But yeah, hair growth patterns like this, they make the process longer. Alright, so here's where it comes together. Watch. Loving it. It looks like we put no drip on there, I feel like. Already. There it is. Look at that. That's clean. And I'm just detailing it a little bit more because I'm OCD. But this goes to like, I don't know why, but lately I've been getting a lot of comments like when we post anything about no drip or the compressor, like we've been getting a lot of comments like, how about you just learn how to cut hair and you won't need it? Like what? Again, yo, we gonna use no drip on this cut, and it don't need it, but why, man? It's just people love it, man. And Kendrick, he's one of the barbers at Hairlines that I'm cutting here. This was his cut before he went out to Germany. The no drip just set it off, man. He was hyped after he got the no drip put in. And pretty much again, same steps here. Ball, blade open, number 1 open. Here we have the number 1 open, and we're blending into that 1.5 guard again. And then we'll use that half guard to just, you know, blend it all in together. And then once we line it up, it's gonna pop. Man, I wanted to tell you guys about how dope the Tune 45 culture is. We was doing a live stream last night, and one of my former students, he's been to a few of the classes on the tours, he had a free access because he had done a 2-day course to foundations. And he was like, bro, you know what, man? I'm doing well financially. I'll pay for foundations. I want to give my foundation scholarship away. So I said, you know what, I'll match it, let's do it. So we're gonna have a conversation here soon and figure out how we're gonna do that giveaway. But I just think it's dope, man. Like he definitely didn't have to do that, you know, and he's gonna give it away. So one of y'all might be lucky winners to Foundations, the online course. So you guys can see I'm just kind of etching away at this C cup. Just want to make sure it's nice and curved. I don't want it to be too, you know, too angled. I want it to, like, you know, flow into that peak. So I think it's coming together. So wait till we put the color and then we hit it with the razor. It's a wrap. So right there, again, I'm just getting some loose hairs, some hairs that are like sticking out of his hairline and off the shape, and I'm just freehanding it with the trimmers. There's no need to put the trimmers down and grab your clippers to do that. Your trimmers can do it too, so for the most part. Alright, so now we're cleaning up the canvas. We're making sure we get all the oil and dirt off with a aftershave. Not with an alcohol, because alcohol is just to kill bacteria. It doesn't remove oil. Aftershave usually has some type of astringent, some type of toner that helps remove oil. Now we'll put the no drip, and if you notice, I hit the hairline, but then when if I want to add density, I'm lifting hair up so that I can get the color on the scalp. This is not a semi-permanent. It's not designed to dye hair. It will come off of hair, but it stains the skin really, really well. And once it's on the skin, it's waterproof. Shampoo won't take it off. And what it does is it just gives it a more dense look. And when you line it up, it pops, man. This is why we call it a beard and lineup enhancement. We don't call it semi-permanent enhancement. So make sure you get it on the skin if you want the longest lasting. See, I'm lifting the hair up. If you want the longest lasting enhancement. And if you guys want to see me prove to you that this is waterproof and shampoo proof, stick around to the end of the video, and you'll see a video clip, 15-second clip of me in the shower with the no drip, showing y'all it don't come off when done right. And if anybody's gotten the new Tomb 45 no drip, man, and you like it, man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the support. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the product, man. But I think it's coming together, man. And after the color, after the line, I always like to detail something, because that's when you really start to see imperfections. And so that's what I'm doing here. And that little C cup area that's not enhanced, you know, I didn't enhance that. That's actual hair, so. And then we're putting the razor on it, and watch how it just stands out, man. This is that Beam Team white line right there. All right, guys. So I mean, that's the cut. I'm hoping you guys like it. Again, let me know, you like the high tapers better, or you like this lower ghost line taper better? My C cup is kind of whack, so I don't think I would be able to rock a taper like this, but that's the cut, y'all. And once again, man, I appreciate you guys. If you're new to the channel, definitely hit the subscribe button if you want to see some more tutorials. I got vlogs coming up. We're gonna be hitting up China again for like 2 weeks, so I'll be vlogging that. And all the shows, all the barber expos, I'll be vlogging all that stuff, and just the lifestyle, man, the entrepreneurship behind barbering, and the barbering, the family life, like all that good stuff. So tutorials are always going to be dropping, but if you're into vlogs as well, then make sure you hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, all that good stuff. Love y'all, and see you on the next video. See if it stays in. I am going to pad dry this though.